Oh, and actually, before we go further with this one, let's do the integrated strategies chat. And this is Kung Fu Panda soundtrack would get copyrighted. Absolutely. 100%. Disney, DreamWorks, those companies, they are copyright slap happy. Okay. So this is the most used units in successful integrated strategies runs. And this statistics come from the integrated strategies website, which you can go to and log in yourself to check stuff out. Now, for the most part, none of this is really surprising. For the Vanguards, there's no surprise. I mean, Myrtle, she's always used in everything. Bagpipe is an amazing unit for this mode. And then Fang's free, right? When I put out that 4-star, you know, the cheap units to build, low rarity units to build for integrated strategies, I said you should absolutely build Fang, and it's for this reason here, where you can just get it for free. Almost every run, I end up taking Fang. The one that surprises me is the Defender. So many people taking Saria. I think possibly this is out of just her being very common, that a lot of people have her. Saria is not the greatest unit for this mode. To me, generally Saria gets picked when I don't have any... I've had bad luck with medic tags. Because I'd rather spend the resources on another 6-star and just get a lower rarity unit instead. The guards, no surprise. You've got Thorns, who is overall the best unit for this mode, combined with 2 sweepers, Surtur, Silver Ash. Absolutely no surprise. And guard is quite often the first 6-star that people begin with, which is why they're all 3 6s. Then with the snipers, again, no surprise with Chen, Sniper Sweeper, and Exia specifically for that final, because you need some good anti-air, and there's no better anti-air than Exia. And Cruz being free and being OP as hell in this mode for a 3-star. Then with the casters, Passenger, the God. No surprise to see him up there. He's so good for this. Aya, I think, is mainly up there because she's picked often as a starter unit. Because she is a good starter unit. With that skill 2, the Fireball. Good at killing enemies. Also can take care of some drones. And at this point, most people would have her. So it's no surprise to see that she's quite popular. And then there's Click. Amongst the 4-stars, Click is definitely one of the best. Click is very good at countering the duck as well, because the drone locks onto the duck even when it runs out of range. You do Click and Kiara, and you'll get quite a bit of CC on that duck as it's running around. It's slowing it down. And yeah, the only thing about the cast one that slightly surprises me is that there isn't one of the 3-stars there. But my guess would be like in number 4 is probably Steward. With the medics, what surprises me here is that Tolopsis is higher than Perfumer. Calcit, one of the best units to begin with, to start your run with, so it's no surprise to see her there. She's very strong. Ansel, amazing 3-star. Every run needs a medic, so it's no surprise to see him. Only surprising bit is Tolopsis over Perfumer, though I suspect Perfumer is not far behind. With the supporters, Suzu is amazing. I think Suzu is actually being underrated here. Suzu's... You combine Suzu with like 1 sweeper unit, and you've pretty much got any boss dead. She's always great. Skadi is sort of like a pick right before the final boss for me, because there's usually not that much room for her. The one good thing about Skadi though is she can substitute for an AoE healer if you had some bad luck. Now Orchid is not that amazing, but the reason Orchid is so popular is because she's the only 3-star supporter in that set of starting units starting tickets that include the guard ticket. And so usually when you pick that one, you pick with the 6-star, you start with a 6-star guard, and then you've got no choice to take Orchid or the free Vanguard guy, who's totally rubbish. And then with the specialists, no surprise, you've got Jay, amazing 4-star, Gravel, another amazing 4-star, and then Phantom, all the fast redeploys. Fast redeploys are phenomenal in this mode. They're so important to have at least one, and all 3 of these are great. So there's no surprise to see these 3 over here. And my guess is number 4 is Project Red. I'd be very surprised if it was anything but that the entire time. Now, over here we have the JP one, which is very similar. The major differences with JP is they bring Beanstalk a lot more, and I talked a lot about Beanstalk in my video. She is fantastic for this mode. I suspect that Beanstalk is probably number 4 for global. I wouldn't be surprised, because she has the ability to hit drones, which is very useful early on. Plus, she provides a block and she provides DP. And I think she's probably underestimated by a lot of players. More sensibly, you see Mudrock as the number 1 defender. I don't understand why Saria is number 1 over here. Same. There's Steward instead of Click. I'm guessing Steward and Click are right next to each other for both regions and are probably like 1% apart. Then you've got the same thing for the healers, same thing for the supporters, and same thing for the specialists. So there's really not that much different. And I suspect if you got it to top 5 for each, it would probably be the same 5 units in every region. I would be surprised if there was anything but a change in slight positions. But I would expect it to be the same 5 units for every class across all the regions. Now the CN one, I believe in the comments over here, someone mentioned that you could see... here we go. Here's a post 6 months ago from the CN version. Yeah, Saria is a very safe pick. But I think there are people people overestimate Saria in this mode because of how good she is outside of this mode. This mode does not need as much defensive play. So for CN, what's different? Ansel is higher than Telopsis. Ifrit, that's surprising. I think this is way overestimating Ifrit, and everything else is pretty much the same. Swap of Exia and Cruz. But yes, I think Ifrit is being... This is definitely... Across all 3 regions, this is definitely the most surprising. Seeing Ifrit in the top 3. Because while Ifrit does a lot of damage, and she's a strong unit, there's just no getting around the fact that you can't always reliably deploy her. Like in good places. I'm just thinking of stages like the one with the hoverboard guys and the firecasters, where they go around and there's that lane at the bottom. Ifrit, not very good for that. Thinking of even things like there are some stages where she could really carry, but I feel like half the stages she's just not that good. So yes, I'm very surprised. And my guess is that she probably fell off, and that's why you don't see her as popular in Global and JP. Yeah, Exploding Slug stage, you can't even put her down the line. This is before the existence of Ling. All of this is before the existence of Ling. Once Ling does come out and get added, I would fully expect Corrupt Skadi to be the #1 support pick. Yeah, JP doesn't pick bagpipe as much as the others, but I expect she's top 4, maybe top 5. So yeah, that's a quick look at the statistics for most used units in successful runs. Not that many surprises.